Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Good to see you, Buck.
Good to see you. It's been a long year.
It has been.
With an incredible amount of anticipation, we are back for Fantasy Madness Round 2.
7th and 8th graders, we're back at you. 6th graders, first time of Fantasy Madness for you. Hold on to your hats.
Time to buckle in. We have some interesting categories today. We're going to get through them as quickly as we can. Buck, take it away.
Hey, we have a division with athletes. The athletes division features Steph Curry, Simone Biles, gold medalist,
Flip it.
Davis Foster, not sure who he is, but I bet we'll all learn who Davis is.
We'll figure that out.
John Cena, wrestling, sport, to be questioned.
Freak of nature.
Yes, and actor. Tom Brady, Serena Williams, that's my highlighted matchup week one. Couple of goats right there going at it. Einar Bjorndalen. Look him up, and you'll know more about Einar. I still have to. Tiger Woods. That is the athletes division right there. You know, I think the matchup early on is the Tom Brady, Serena Williams matchup.
You're right about the goats.
You want me to go sidekicks?
Yeah,
next?
take the sidekicks away.
Sidekicks. Now, sidekicks are those unsung heroes that go along next to the superstar all-star getting it done. There's a lot of sidekicks that got left out, but the ones that are in this year, we have Chewbacca and Luigi. And a little Mario brother there. Donkey from, drawing a blank.
Shrek.
Yes, why am I blanking
Donkey!
on that? Tonto, the Lone Ranger sidekick.
Classic.
Bucky Barnes, who is a little bit of a sidekick to Captain America. The Seven Dwarves. I don't know, a little fist of fury there going
Seven
against
on one?
Yes. Mushu and Watson. Sherlock Holmes, for those of you that are not sure who Watson is. Matchup there, Chewbacca against Luigi, right out the gate. You've got the Mario brother against Chewbacca, the Wookiee.
It's going to be a tough one.
I know.
Kids are going to be upset about that. Moving on to the right side of the bracket, starting off with the villains. We have the Joker versus Captain Hook. Two rebels out there. Gaston versus Scar. Scar might be the most hated character in this entire bracket. My highlight is Voldemort versus Thanos. Oh, snap.
Oh, yes.
With those Infinity Stones versus the Lord of Darkness, things are going to get interesting. Then we have, finishing out the villains bracket, Darth Vader and Cruella de Vil. Going on to the next bracket, we have historical figures, where we have Albert Einstein squaring off against the one and only Teddy Roosevelt. Alexander Hamilton versus Cleopatra. Will Hamilton sing her to death? We don't know. He can blah, chicka, blah all day. Then we have Hammurabi versus Pocahontas. And Caesar Augustus versus Amelia Earhart. Hopefully she doesn't get lost again.
Oh, I know.
Too soon? Could be. But we're going to take it now to our inside man, Mr. Blackier. Good to see you guys. Stay tuned.
Yep, gotcha. Awesome. Name is Zach Blackier. I'm French. I'm going to be your insider for this entire tournament, and I'm going to come at you today with 4 of my favorites. Yep, Tom Brady. Go Blue. The GOAT. There's no way that he can lose to Serena Williams. He's a Michigan Wolverine. Then heading over to the next category, we have the sidekicks. Come on. 7 short men? 1 short man's enough to destroy the entire tournament, but 7? Come on. You gotta pick the 7 dwarfs. Heading over, the villains. Just give me a second. I was 7 years old, and I saw Scar put his claws and killed the dad, and Simba was crying. If Gaston doesn't take out Scar, I'm going to lose it. Moving into the last category. George Washington!
Hello there, kind sir.
Hey, George. Need a little insider information from you.
What can I do for you?
Alexander Hamilton, what did you think of him as Secretary of Treasury?
He's a class act. Big fan. He's going to do big things.
That's all I got
Unless
for you.
it comes down to a duel.
That's all I got for you. Good night and good luck.
Guffin, now you better get out of there now, Guffin. You better get out of there now, Gunny. You can't be looking in on me now. All right.
It's all you.
We live? All right, now, my name is Old Pappy. Yeah, so thank you, Chuck, and thank you, Buck, but I am Old Pappy, and I'm all the way from the hills of Tennessee now. Now, when I was a young blood, I didn't have any toys. The only toys that I had when I was a young blood was a history book. That's why they call me the History Hillbilly. Now, you young bloods these days, you young whippersnappers with your fandangled electronics and your fandangled iPads and your phones. I didn't have any of that, you see, and that's how I became the History Hillbilly. So I'm in charge of the historical bracket, and I want to just highlight a couple of the standouts from the history bracket, historical figures. The first one I want to talk about is Albert Einstein. He was as smart as a whippersnapper. He had very long hair, some of the best hair this side of the Mississippi River. And next one I want to talk about, Teddy Roosevelt. That's a real man's man. You should see the mustache that young whippersnapper got. And the other one I want to talk about is Amelia Earhart. Oh, she one fine woman. Let me tell you something about Amelia Earhart. She's so fine that when I was a kid, we used to call her a fly. You get it? She fly. Yeah, because she was a pilot, you see, so she fly. All right, hey, that was Old Pappy signing off.
Oh, hey there. Thanks, Buck. Thanks, Chuck, for the warm introduction. The name's Hills Bev, former Hollywood agent, former millionaire, former superstar. Good to be here for season 2 of Fantasy Madness. Now, I know what you guys are saying. Who is this guy? Never seen him before. Last year, he was just some little intern on the show, but I'll tell you what, this year I'm here to stay. So let's get started. I have the villains bracket. Who better that deals with Hollywood actors, heroes, villains every day than this guy? So let me tell you about a couple of my favorites. Cruella de Vil. Any woman that turns puppies into a coat is just a mean woman. Second favorite, let's see here, Gaston. Not bad. No one fights like Gaston, no one sings like Gaston, and to be honest, no one wins like Gaston. And then the big matchup I'm looking at right now would be Lord Voldemort against Thanos. I mean, we have He Who Must Not Be Named versus the power of the Infinity Stones. I mean, that's like a semi-final matchup right here out of the gate. So a couple of my favorites, looking forward to seeing you guys next week. There'll be some highs and some lows, but I'll tell you what, I'm here with you guys. See ya.
Chuck and Buck, so good to see you guys. Hey, just a little side story. I was on Ancestry.com this summer, and I found out my last name might not be Anthony Bag of Donuts. It might actually be pronounced Bajo Donu. It's French. I was talking to that Blackie Air guy. We had a conversation about the dwarves. He's feeling good about the dwarves. I'm thinking there's 7 of them. They're going to be tough to beat. But I'll tell you this, Chuck and Buck. I'm not French. I'm going with Bag of Donuts. This is Professor Anthony Bag of Donuts, and I'm excited for this bracket. Chewbacca's looking strong. I interviewed him the other day. Did not understand a word he said, but he seemed ready to go. I don't know who Bucky Barnes is. Interesting name. Mushu. I had Mushu pork once at a Chinese restaurant. Don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good to go. We'll talk.
Wes Mantooth here, preview the athlete section of our Fantasy Madness bracket. A couple of names for you to keep in mind as you start to fill this out. Einar Bjorndalen, famous biathlete, incredible biathlete, going to be a household name. Expect him to last a few rounds in this tournament. Name I'm nervous about, Simone Biles. She has kind of been coasting on her name. She hasn't been in the Olympics in what, 4 years almost? Kind of nervous about whether or not she's still got it. Matchup I'm looking forward to the most, Tom Brady, Serena Williams. One of them, incredibly powerful, long-lasting career. It's tough to be beaten, gotten to many championships. The other one, married a supermodel. Tough to see who's really going to come out on top there. All right, back to you, Chuck and Buck.
Hamilton Cleopatra. Now what? Hamilton. Well, what I remember about Hamilton, I had a friend named his dog Cleopatra. It was a bad dog, but Hamilton, I think Hamilton was a school, at least. I think it was a school. Let me see here. Tiger Woods. That sounds great. Anything to do with a tiger, I'm into. So I'll put that down. Oh man, it's my favorite time of year. Oh, I just love it. Donkey and Tonto. Oh my gosh, of course, Donkey. This is awesome. Darth Vader? Whoa, he's got to go all the way. Darth Vader doesn't go all the way, then this thing is totally rigged, man. Totally rigged. You know what I'm talking about? Of course you do. Let's do it, baby. I'm the Dark Sidious. That's Don. That's not, he was strong. You know, when he fought the beast, I think he became close to almost killing the beast, so I'm gonna put him pretty far. Man, I wish I knew more. The more I think about this, the less I know.
Wow, Takis Fuego. What a weirdo. Glad to have him though. Hopefully he stays around and keeps us hyped up. Few things. We are going to have 5 rounds. Each correct guess or prediction, if you want to put it that way, in round 1 is going to be 2 points. Round 2 is going to be 4 points. Round 3 is going to be 8 points. Round 4, which is predicting the final 2, is going to be 16. And if you get the champion, Fantasy Madness champion, you get a whopping 32 points. Last year, Mariah Sackett took it home. This year, can she repeat? This year, the champion is going to win a $50 gift card to Amazon. That's right, $50 to Amazon. Think of the possibilities. Now, just a few things. On Monday, your Dear teacher is going to give you the bracket. During Dear or during that day or even on Tuesday, your job is to fill out that bracket, so do your research. On Wednesday, you're going to bring your bracket to Dear, filled out, write in pen or marker, no cheating, and you are going to watch live the results of what happened to some of our champions. You're going to tally up the scores, report to your Dear teacher, and they're going to fill out a spreadsheet so we can track who's in the lead, who's falling behind, and who's making a comeback. Folks, this is where it gets interesting. I hope you guys all have a great afternoon. We'll talk to you later. Buck and Chuck, signing off.